Hi, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to teach you about the different strategies I am teaching your student during tutoring. So to start, I want to get you informed with the different terminology we use, as it might be different from what you learned when you were going to school. These cubes right here are called ones cubes or ones. When you add 10 of them together, you make what's called a tens stick, because it is equal to 10. So as you see, they line up. This visual is really great for them to know when they need to compose or decompose a number. When we compose a 10, that means we are taking 10 ones and we're turning them into this one stick. When we get to subtraction, we'll talk about decomposing and turning a 10 into some ones. We have been focusing a lot on drawing the pictures, as that's the tool that your student is most likely going to have with them. So to start, I'm going to show you what they should be using. This or this is a representation of a 1. I have been really focusing on having your student use a dot to be a 1, because a dot is really easy to tell what it is, and eventually we're going to get to bigger and bigger numbers where a big square is going to equal a 100, and a little square would be a 1, and if you have too many of them, it might confuse them. So we use a dot for the ones, and then for a 10, we use a stick, much like the representation that we used for the physical one. To start, I'm going to show you how we would do a problem like 12 plus 7, which does not require me to compose a new number. I like to teach the students to use a hundreds, tens, and ones chart. This tool is really helpful because it helps them stay organized as they are doing their work. So I put an H, a T, and an O for hundreds, tens, and ones, and now I'm able to draw my problem. The first number I need to draw is 12. I personally like to start at the 2 and draw the 2 ones first, and then add the tens. So I have 10, 11, 12. The reason I do that is because as we add, we're always going to start in the ones place. As we subtract, we're always going to start in the ones place. So if we draw the ones place first, it reminds us where to be. Next, I need to draw my 7. I'm going to start in a brand new line and add my 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to go down below, so I make 2 rows of 5, 6, and 7. The reason I do that is because we can only have 10 ones, and seeing it as 2 rows of 5 really helps my brain know how much I have. Now what I'm going to do is I know this is 7, and now I can add these. So 7, 8, 9. So I can put a 9 underneath. Now I can count my tens, and I just have 10. So I know I can put my 1 in my 10 spot. Now I know my answer is 19. The next problem I'm going to show you is going to be using what's called composing, or as we would have said, carrying over. So I'm going to do the problem 27 plus 28. Just like before, I'm going to start with my first number and draw my ones first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now I can draw my 2 tens. 10, 20. Now I can draw my 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20. So now I know I have 28. Since I know this is 8 already and I can only have 10 ones, I'm going to go 8, 9, 10. I now have my 10 ones that make that stick. So I'm going to cross them off so I remind myself I already used them, and I'm going to add a brand new 10 stick. Now I can count how many I have left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and write that number below. And I can add my tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I know that my answer up above is going to be 55 because I was able to draw my picture and count it. I'm going to do one more just in case that was a little confusing. I know I went through it pretty fast. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I can help as needed. We're going to do the problem 64 plus 29. So first I'm going to draw my number 64. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ones, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 tens. I have my 60. Now I need to draw my 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Now that I have all of these together, I can start composing. I have 9 down here, so I know if I add one more, I have 10. So I'm going to cross that off and make a brand new tens. Now I can count my ones that are left. 1, 2, 3. Now I can count my tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I write my 9, and I know my answer is 93 because of how I counted it. Have a great day.